Going to discuss about the quantity of sewage and fluctuations in the flow pattern. So, in quantity of sewage. Why we need to calculate the quantity of sewage? Because it is required to design the sewerage system schemes because the size, shape, and depth of the sewer and the size of the pumping unit and everything is depending upon the quantity of sewage. So we should know the quantity of sewage produced, the amount of sewage which is produced per day. Then only we can design the following factors. Then only the sewerage system can be designed as well. So we need to calculate the exact quantity of the sewage produced per day. But theoretically speaking, the quantity of sewage that is nothing but the domestic sewage. Okay, so likely to enter the municipal sewer should be equal to the quantity of water supplied to the contributing area from the waterworks. But in actual practice, in reality, this is not the precise quantity because some additions and some subtractions are there do takes place from it because so normally the amount of water supplied. So we assume that normally the person consumes 135 liter per person per day in Indian standards. Okay, after allowance of infiltration and all the thing. Okay, so it is the average daily demand is 135 liters per head per day. But it depends upon the size of town and district which is used. So this quantity is known as the dry weather flow. But while calculating the quantity of sewage, the whole amount, that is the 135 liter per person per day, multiplying the number of person in the district per day. Okay, but the quantity is not same because of these additions and subtractions. Because the additions due to unaccounted private water supplies. Private water supply means somebody have private wells and tube wells sometimes used by the public for the domestic needs. Those waters also those things also added in the main sewer itself. So that quantity cannot be counted. Okay, so because of the private water supplies, the amount of sewage may be increased. And another thing, addition due to infiltration. Infiltration is nothing but sometimes the sewer pipes laid below the groundwater table. Certain amount of groundwater generally is seeping into them through their that is the leaky joints or cracks formed in the pipes. During construction, because of poor construction, the amount of water infiltrated into the sewer pipelines may add the amount of water some amount may add some amount of water, so which increases the quantity of sewage produced. These are the additions. And some subtractions also there. This is subtractions due to water losses. Water loss is nothing but due to leakage in the distribution system because of the faulty leakage and in house connections of the water supply system does not reach the consumer. So because of the water losses in the water distribution system reduces the quantity of water used by the number of persons, so automatically it reduces the quantity of sewage produced per day. And another one is subtraction due to water not entering the sewage. That is, certain amount of water may be used by public and industries by for the purpose of water sprinkled over the road, over the street, over the lawn and gardens, and water used for automobile washing, water consumed in the industrial products. So those things normally does not produce any sewage, that may be infiltrated, that may be sprinkled over the lawns. Okay, so it reduces the amount of water which is going to be mixed in the sewage. Okay, so these things are not entered into the sewerage system. So this is also the loss. Okay, so while calculating the exact amount of the quantity of the sewage, these things, these additions and subtractions should be accounted. Next one is fluctuations in the flow pattern. Flow pattern is nothing but the per capita demand of water, that is water supply. This is the curve. So if you see the curve for water supply and the curve for the sewage flow, it is almost more or less, it seems like when the peak occur in the curve of water supply, then the peak flow occur in the sewage flow also. But the curve is not flat, that is curve is flattened while we are having the low quantity of water supply. Okay, so this is the curve, that is hourly variation in the sewage flow compared to that of the water supply. This is the hourly variation which is used to calculate the exact amount of the water, that is a daily flow. From the hourly flow we are calculating the daily flow. So this is the thing which we are using for moderate size of areas. The maximum daily flow is equal to 2 times of the average daily flow. So therefore the maximum hourly flow is equal to 1.5 times of the maximum daily flow. It is also equal to 3 times, that is 1.5 into 2 times of the average daily flow. Therefore it is equal to 3 times of the average daily flow. Next one is minimum flow. So here not only the maximum flow is required. So at the same time the minimum flow passing through the sewer is also important factor in the designing of the particular sewer, because at low flow only the velocity will be reduced, so which may cause silting in the pipe. So the required amount of that is the required slope is to be maintained to avoid the siltation. For that purpose we need to know the minimum that is minimum flow to fix the minimum permissible velocity. Okay, so the minimum daily flow may be considered as 2/3 of the average daily flow, and minimum hourly flow is equal to half of the minimum daily flow multiply by the 2/3. It is equal to the 1/3 of the average daily flow.